So welcome to today's Deep Creative Flow. I'm super stoked you're all here. And I thought today, one of the themes that I've been working with, inspired by, well, life in general and people talking with me and me talking with people, and also Ageless Yoga on Tuesday, inspired this idea of taking the ow out of our now. So let's work today a little bit with the pelvic floor. Sort of figuring out the way to take the ow out of the now for me right now is to find my foundation. And we talked a lot about last week about our truth and unconditional love to our truth and what is our truth. And so to pull that into our foundational being, our foundational way of being. So we're going to work a little bit more with the pelvic floor in some new ways today that we haven't been breathing into it. Then work a little with the bottoms of the feet. Hence you got your cans or your dowels or your balls to roll your feet out when we get to standing. And then play a little bit more with those connections throughout our being. Okay, so with the entire class, maybe use the mantra, I love myself no matter what, or whatever soothing mantra works for you, but give yourself some time to allow that pain, acknowledge it, it's there if you have any, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, but how can we today hold ourselves? How can we today be that big Mother Earth, that perfect mom that kisses your owie and makes it better, like that unconditional love just pouring into that owie. So how can we give ourselves that kiss of the owie today in our class? So whatever that's going to be for you, make those choices. Okay, so let's start on our backs. Hug knees into chest. And just start breathing into your pelvic floor now. Just breathing into that pelvic diamond, opening it up, lengthening it out. And then exhale, let it rebound back up in towards your belly. You're not pulling it in, you're just letting it breathe back in. Letting that diaphragm of the pelvic diaphragm breathe out, and then exhale, let it just return to normal. And now breathe into your right sit bone. Breathe that energy all the way down and out your right sit bone as if it were a jet stream, and then exhale, let it come back up towards your belly, sort of on a diagonal. And then breathe into your left sit bone. Let that jet stream go out your left sit bone, and then exhale, bring it back in. And then go both sit bones, exhale out, inhale in both sit bones, and let them move apart a little bit. And as you exhale, can you visualize or bring them together just a smidgen? So inhale, open both sit bones. And then exhale, let them come together just a little bit. Again, inhale, open both sit bones. So widen the sit bones here. And then exhale, let them come together. Now inhale into your right sit bone and your tailbone and open those. And then exhale, let those come together. One more time, inhale into your right sit bone and your tailbone, open those. And exhale, let those come together. Then inhale into your left sit bone and your tailbone, open those, and exhale, bring those together. Inhale your left sit bone and your tailbone, open those apart. And then exhale, condense, bring them back together. Now inhale into your two sit bones and your tailbone, into that triangle. And then exhale, what's it like if you bring all three of those points together, letting the pubic bone just flail or float out there in space. Again, inhale into your two sit bones and your tailbone. And then exhale, bring those 3 points together. Take a moment, release your feet down to the floor and just feel. Notice if there's any sense of relaxation or release in your pelvic region. Take a moment and notice the middles of your heels, the inside big toe ball mounts, and the outside little toe ball mounts. So you've got 3 points per foot, 2 triangles in each foot. And can I find even pressure in all 6 of those points? Am I favoring my outside or my inside of my leg? Am I favoring my heels or my toes? And now as I breathe in to my back triangle of my pelvic floor, my 2 sit bones and my tailbone, Can I send that energy down into my heels? And exhale, release. It's coming back up into the pelvis again. And inhale back down. And exhale, let it float back up. Notice if your lower back feels a little bit longer perhaps, or something else. Knees into chest. Now inhale into your right sit bone and your pubic bone. Open those. And then exhale, bring them together. Inhale into your right sit bone and your pubic bone. Open those parts. And then exhale, bring them together. One more time. Inhale, open into your right sit bone and your pubic bone. Exhale, bring those points together. Inhale into your left sit bone and your pubic bone. Open those points apart. Exhale, bring those points together. Inhale into those 2 points, left sit bone and pubic bone. Exhale, bring them together with your mind or your fascia. And one more time, inhale, open them again. And exhale, bring them together or visualize them bringing them together. Now in those 3 points, 2 sit bones and your pubic bone, inhale into those 3 points. So now it's the front of your pelvic floor, and exhale, bring all those points together. Once again, inhale into that front triangle of your pelvic floor, and then exhale, bring those points together. One more time. Inhale into the front triangle of your pelvic floor, and then exhale, let it come back in, feet to flat on the floor. Take a moment and feel. Now breathing into your front triangle of your pelvic floor, can I send that energy through my inner ankles into the balls of my feet? And back up, and then through my outer ankles into the balls of my feet. And now inhale into my entire pelvic floor, all 4 points. And then as I exhale, press that energy into all 6 points under my feet as I slightly lift my hips. And then inhale, bring it back down, opening that pelvic floor. Exhale, as I bring that pelvic floor together, I'm sending that energy down into the 6 points, the 2 triangles in my feet. And then inhale, bring it back up, open. And then exhale, send that energy up and down at the same time. Inhale back. And then exhale, send that energy up and down at the same time. Stay there as you inhale, opening the pelvic floor, noticing right now my weight's on my heels because I can lift my toes. Now my weight's on my toes because I can lift my heels. How can I get all 6 points of my feet equally present here? Inhale, right arm up and over the head. Exhale, right elbow draws down towards the side body. Inhale, arm back over the head. And then exhale, float the arm down. Inhale, left arm over the head. Exhale, elbow comes down towards the body. Inhale, up. And exhale, back down. One more time. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, both elbows in towards the side bodies. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back down. My hair's caught in my way, so if it looks like I'm spazzing out, it's because of that. Inhale, arms up and over the head. Exhale, arms into the side body. Roll onto your upper arms. Have your hands pointing towards your torso now, pressing down with your upper arms. Feel that sense of space from your feet into your pelvic floor, bathing your heart, awakening all those energy centers, all places of unconditional love inside of you and out. Feeling yourself kissed by your own energy. One more breath in, and then exhale, come on down. Take a moment and feel. Great. Just see who else is here in the house. Now, before we stand up, you may want to have a strap nearby, which I didn't mention earlier, but otherwise not. Cross your right ankle over your left and go ahead and bring your legs up through the whole pose. And now let this be a moment where you can just bask as you breathe into the pelvic floor. Today, we talked about the front triangle, so the sit bone, and the pubic bone. And we also talked about the back triangle, which would be the sit bone, and the tailbone. In other weeks, we've talked about the side triangles, which would be your pubic bone, sit bone, and right pubic bone, right sit bone, and tailbone, or the other side triangle, which would be your pubic bone, left sit bone, and tailbone. So now you can play with all of the triangle combinations or lines in your pelvic floor as you're laying in through the whole pose, breathing into whatever's interesting to you. And as you do so, opening up that place of creativity. We talked a little bit last week, and I'm going to continue this theme about that 2-year-old, that one that goes, wow, look at the world, that creative side, that place where your creativity swims right inside of your hip bones, right inside of that pelvic basin. Tap into the area where your ovaries are, or if you don't have ovaries anymore, where they were. That creation down into the bladder, uterus, and rectum, into that pelvic floor region. And allow your breath to just be joyous in circulating in that foundation of you. Let all that you are be the foundation that receives yourself, that says, because I am all that I am, I can kiss it and make it all better. I can say, I can take the ow out of this now because I am who I am, and that's enough. And perhaps that's the mantra of the day. I am who I am, and that's enough. And if you prefer a more esoteric one, I am that I am, and that's enough. One more breath in and release. Go ahead and take your leg up, stretching out your hamstring. You may want to extend your left leg down. If you have a strap, I'm going to grab one for the other side. I don't need one for this side. Again, still now breathing into that triangle, that pelvic floor triangle on this side. So that would be my right sit bone, my tailbone, and my pubic bone. If you've never done triangular pelvic floor breathing and today's your first day, don't worry about it. Just do whatever works for you. It's not information that you needed to know. It's a practice. So we do things like this over and over. No worries. If you want to play with that right sit bone, tailbone, and pubic bone and breathe into that triangle on your right pelvic half, and then allow that triangle in the right pelvic half to relate to the heel of your right foot, your little toe ball mount, and your big toe ball mount. So you've got 2 triangles there. And can you connect those triangles with your energy, with your mind, with something else? One more breath. And now take that leg out to the side, opening through your inner thigh. Allow your left leg to extend long. Maybe the left arm goes over your head, left buttock still on the floor. Inhale, lengthening. I've got my right 2 triangles on my right half all warmed up. And now I can think of perhaps my pubic bone, left sit bone, and tailbone relating to the triangle in my left foot. All the way up from my heel, my left heel, all the way to my left fingertips. See if I get my left bum on the floor, my left lower back. My left lower back won't touch the floor, but I can think about it. One more breath. And then release that leg down along the ground, release the arm, and just take a moment to feel. Bask in your own energy. And maybe there's something deep in your pelvis relaxing now to welcome you into your foundation. We are so solid in ourselves at our core. We are so solid in ourselves at our foundation, at our essence. But we forget, we get distracted with all these shiny objects of life and what people are telling us we should do and what people are telling us how we should think and what the next successful thing is or how to handle this issue. Going to our own foundation, man, if we really can tap into the beauty of that and root into the essence of who we are, we know everything's going to be okay. Because at our core, at our foundation, we are okay no matter what we think about ourselves. There's a place that's okay. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Go ahead and cross your left ankle over, bring it in through the whole pose. I'll try to be a little more quiet on this side, breathing into those triangles in your pelvic floor. Take this moment to check some people in. Couple more breaths here. Play. Go ahead and release your right leg down if you like. Take a strap if you want, or just stretch out your left leg. I'm healing my hamstrings, so I'm going super gentle here on this side. I can still feel my left pelvic floor triangle connecting with my left foot. Feel that whole left side connecting as my hip connects all the way down to my foot. And take that leg out to the side, opening through your inner thigh. Feeling that left pelvic half relating to your left foot, and now that right pelvic half relating to your right foot, right arm over the head. Begin to the full pelvic floor here. And as you exhale, feel that energy move into you. Feel your energy move into you. I'm going to take a wild guess that most of us in the class today are givers. There's nothing wrong with that. But right now, let's have that exhale for right now come back into ourselves, giving ourselves the benefit of the doubt that we give others, giving ourselves that unconditional support that we give others, giving ourselves that appreciation and acknowledgement that we give others. Giving back to our source, giving back to the self. Acknowledging our foundation, acknowledging that we're okay. Acknowledging the love that we are. And release that leg down along the ground. Take a moment and feel. So notice if there's any change in your pelvic floor, your feet, anything going on with you there. Let's roll over onto all fours. I know your favorites. Inhale up. Exhale, curl your right toe under, stretch out the bottom of your foot. We will be rolling the feet out even more deeply when we stand. Inhale, come back up, change and curl and stretch out the bottom of your left foot. Inhale. And then exhale, change feet. Inhale, back up. Exhale, change feet. Inhale, up. Exhale, curl both toes under, stretch back. Stay there, breathe deeply into your pelvic floor now. Let the pelvic halves, front half, back half, side half, relate to your feet somehow. I'm pushing myself away a little bit with my hands, so I'm actually pushing back into my feet to stretch them out, and then inhale up, tap the toes out a little bit. Let's go ahead and flourish a bit. Left arm up, slide it through, tacking down the left shoulder. I like my right hand by my face, so now I can really feel my left ribs rolling down. Again, finding that diagonal line now, all the way into my left hip from my right hand. My right hand is the one by my face pushing. My left hip is the one on my left. Slide your right leg back behind you if you want to. Notice, make sure that my left shin and left foreleg is in relationship to the floor. I'm getting a cramp now, so I'm going to curl my toe under. And then take your right leg up if you want. Point the toe, flex the foot, or point, but do something so your foot is part of the joy. One more breath. Lower that leg down. Inhale, flourish the arm up if you like, a little flourish there. Take a moment and feel. Good. Other side, right arm up, slide it through, tacking down that right shoulder, left hand by the face. Feel that connection between my left hand and my right hip, that diagonal. Breathe into the pelvic floor and feel it relate to the belly. Lighten the spine. If you like to slide your left leg back behind you, great. Otherwise, don't. If you want to lift your left leg up, great. Otherwise, don't. And come down. Inhale, flourish the arm up. And inhale up. Exhale, slide back to child's pose, forearms to the floor. Inhale, nose comes through. Curl the toes under. Exhale, slide up into dolphin pose. Inhale, come back through. Exhale, hips back to child's pose. Release your elbows. Inhale, up. Exhale, slide your right leg back behind you. Inhale, up. Exhale, curl the toes under, slide up into down dog. Stay there, breathe. Inhale, 4, exhale, 4. Draw the abdomen up if you like. One more breath in. And exhale. Draw the abdomen up when you're done. And then inhale, come back to 4s. Exhale, slide the hips and hands back behind you. Clasp the hands. Bring your body up. Open the collarbones. Exhale, cascade forward. Arms over the head, stretching out your shoulders. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then exhale, slide forward, child's pose. Take a moment to rest. Feel your pelvic floor. Inhale, back up to 4s. Exhale, slide back to child's pose. Forearms to the floor. Inhale, nose comes through. Exhale, curl toes under, slide up into dolphin. Inhale, come back through. Exhale, hips back, release your elbows. Inhale, up. Exhale, slide your left leg back behind you. Feel that connection between hands and feet. Inhale, back up to 4s. Exhale, curl toes under, down dog. Stay here for about 2 to 3 breaths, depending on the length of your breath. Inhale, 4, exhale, 4, draw the abdomen up. And find that place of your pelvic floor. Receive your foundation. Perhaps you are able to sense the triangles of your feet relating into the triangles of your pelvic halves. Perhaps you're feeling the front triangle of your pelvic floor and the back triangle of your pelvic floor relating to your feet in a different way. And perhaps you're feeling them relate to your back body or your front body. At the end of your last breath, or the final breath, exhale, draw the abdomen up. Inhale, come back to 4s. Exhale, hips back, slide the hands back, clasp the hands behind the back. Inhale, let them bring you up. Open that collarbone. Exhale, cascade forward, our shoulders over the head. Breathe. Inhale, lift the collarbones. Feel the hands bring you up. Exhale, release, and come back to child's pose. Inhale, up to fours. Exhale, slide back. Forearms to the floor, nose comes through. Inhale, scoop, curl toes under. Exhale, dolphin. Inhale, right leg up into three-legged, and then if you want to just stay there, great. You don't have to do three-legged dolphin. You don't even have to do dolphin, all right? But if you are, you can up to the tippy tiptoe, and then slide it back, heel back down. Can I find the triangles in my right half, which is the half that's in air? Can I find the triangles in my left half, which is the half that's doing the tippy tiptoes? And maybe you're thinking, Jean, I can't find anything. This is just horrible. Well, great, we're coming down. Dolphin, inhale, come forward. Exhale, hips back, release your elbows. Inhale, come back to fours. Exhale, slide your right leg back. Inhale, back up. Curl toes under, slide it up into down dog, and now lift your right leg up. And now open your right pelvic half and condense your left. And then exhale, roll the hip down. So now I'm taking my right pelvic half, and as I open my front, I'm condensing my back, and as I condense my front, I'm opening my back. So can I just roll that pelvic half around my tailbone? Opening up the pubic symphysis in the front, and then opening up the tailbone in the back. Feel that sense of rolling of your pelvic halves now. After you open the hip here, now exhale, bring that leg through, nose to the knee, navel to the spine, and then inhale, shoot it back. And then exhale, bring it through again. Shoot it back. And then exhale, bring it through again. Shoot it back. Lower the leg. Inhale, come to fours. Exhale, slide the hips back. Hands go back, clasp the hands. Inhale, open the collarbones. Exhale, take it all the way forward. Inhale up. And exhale, slide through. Take a moment. Inhale to fours. Exhale, slide the hips back, forearms to the floor. Scoop forward with the nose. Undulate your spine. Curl toes under. Exhale, hips up into dolphin pose. This time, left leg up into three-legged dolphin. Again, whatever option you're doing here. Tippy tiptoes. And back down. 2 more times here. Finding my connection in my gesturing leg, which is the one that's in the air, and the supporting half, which is the one that's pressing up and down, maybe. And then release it back down. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, slide back, release your elbows. Inhale, up. Exhale, slide your left leg back behind you. Inhale, come back up. Curl toes under, slide up into down dog on exhale. Left leg up into three-legged now. As I open my left pelvic half and then rotate it back down. One more time, I'm opening my left pelvic half. Bring it back down. Opening my left pelvic half. Playing here in that foundation. Playing in your essence. Loving yourself. I am that I am, and that's enough. Next time, go ahead and bring your nose through, navel to the spine. Kind of a plankish thing. Inhale, shoot it back. Exhale, bring it through. Connecting that pelvic floor to your feet. You might start to notice it going up through your spine into your arms. That's just is a possible byproduct. 3 times there, lower that foot back down. Inhale, exhale, draw the abdomen up. Find that steady place inside of yourself. As you breathe out in down dog, can you feel that pelvic floor opening and expanding and condensing as you breathe in and out? And then inhale, come forward. Exhale, slide back, hands back, clasp your hands. Inhale, open the collarbones, bring your body up. Exhale, cascade forward. Inhale, back up. And exhale, come forward. One more time, rest. Inhale up. Exhale, back. Forearms to the floor, scoop it up, inhale. Exhale, curl toes under, dolphin pose. Right leg up, just a little pulse here. If you can float up to forearm balance, it's your choice. Otherwise, just hold, come back down. Inhale, forward. Exhale, release, elbows. If you're in forearm balance, just stay there and play. You can catch up later. Inhale, forward. Exhale, slide your right leg back behind you. Sit onto that left bum. You're going to come onto your left foot. Left arm swings across, arm over the head as you scoop it up. Exhale, sit back down. Don't worry about it if you haven't done these with me before. And then roll it back over. Inhale, come back to fours. And then slide to down dog. Right leg into three-legged dog. Open. If you want to flip your dog, go ahead. Flip. You might be ready, you might not. Open the arm, about 3 arm circles. Find that foundation in your pelvic floor and your legs to support this move. And then feel that 3rd arm circle swooping you back over from that pelvic floor, whoosh, to the pelvic floor. And then bring your leg through to the lunge, peeling the back toes off and back down. Back toes off and back down. Back toes to the tip. I guess they're really not leaving the floor here. I seem off, but release. Gonna roll to the left, stretching out your left side body. Breathe deep into that left side body here. Feeling your pelvic halves. Gonna keep rolling over, hands behind me, taking my right foot across as if I was doing through the whole pose. Left foot flat on the floor, and as an inhale, lift my hips. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, come back down. Unamas. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, come back down. I'm gonna roll now to my right leg. My left arm comes over the top, hands to the mat. My left foot is ready. And inhale, exhale, slide back into down dog with your leg in half lotus. Now, don't worry if this is the first time you've done these. Other people have been here for a few weeks, so, it's all fun. Release your right leg into the air. Bring it down into down dog. Inhale to fours. Exhale, slide back, hands back behind you. Clasp the hands. Inhale, open the collarbones. Exhale, cascade forward. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale, take a moment in child's pose, or maybe you just want to sit in Vajrasana. Keep your head up for a bit. How are we doing? Just checking in. Any huge questions, concerns? Are we having fun yet? Okay, great. Coming back to fours, inhale up, other side. Exhale, slide back, forearms to the floor. Inhale, nose scoops you through. Exhale, curl toes under, hips up. Left leg up into forearm, You could actually take a forearm balance here if you wanted to. I haven't done those in a while, so I'm just not going to pretend to be savvy there. And then coming down. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, release elbows. Inhale, up. Exhale, slide your left leg back behind you. Come to your right bum, right foot onto the floor. Left hand behind, right arm swings over, presses the hips up. And exhale, release everything down. Coming back. Inhale to fours. Exhale, slide back to down dog. Left leg up into three-legged. Now feel like if you are ready to open those pelvic halves into flipping the dog. If you are, great. If not, just stay in down dog and play with your pelvic halves. Opening and closing, otherwise 3 arm circles and 3 other arm circles. And that third arm circle, I think I did 3 or 2.5. Let that pelvic floor swoop you over. And then bring that leg through to the lunge, peeling the back foot. Tippy, tippy, tiptoe all the way back. Feel that connection out from the pelvic floor, those pelvic halves, into the triangles of the feet. Let yourself play with your own energy. Release your right knee to the floor. Slide your right bum towards the floor, stretching out your right side body. Breathe deep into that side body. No matter how you're feeling about the class or yourself in the class or anything in your life, I am what I am. And that's enough. No FOMO. You know, there's a lot of layering. You're here now. And that's enough. Lower down your right bum. Roll around so you're going to have your left ankle crossed over your right thigh. You can just stay right here and breathe. Or inhale. Feel that pelvic floor connecting down into the triangle of my right foot. Exhale down. Inhale, feel the connection of my pelvic half and my pelvic diamond into my triangle of my right foot. 3 times. Magic number of the day. Slide it back down. I'm going to roll over to my left, which is where the direction of my bent knee. Right arm comes over the top. Hands to the mat. Getting my right foot ready as I inhale and then exhale. Send myself back into 3-legged dog with my foot in half lotus. And then release that leg up, down. We're not going to finish the series on this side. Walk your feet together. Let all that owie just drain off your back. Drain out your feet. Let the Mother Earth receive your pain if you have any. Past, present, future, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And feel yourself kissed by your own energy here. Bend your legs, resting chest towards the thighs. Inhale, swoop the arms out to the side like wings. From there, inhale, feel your wings bring you up to chair pose all the way to standing. And then exhale, feel your hands come to prayer down through the center line, really bringing your energy home into your center. Make that a conscious choice, not just a move of your body. Place your hands on your heart and take a moment. Feel that energy resound, that song of your heart. Maybe a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly. Feel the relationship between your chest and your guts. And hold yourself here. Hold this front of you here. This part of you that goes out and presents to the world. The face of you. Hold it, love it. So you're doing a great job. And release and come down. All right, well, I did promise you some foot rolling, so let's just do it. Get out your can or your dowel. I'm digging the tomato paste can, even better than my dowel. Actually, I want my dowel today, because I think I want to be a little bit harder. So whatever you got for your foot, first stand on your feet, notice, bing, and then roll, pick a foot, any foot. Allow this to get into those nooks and crannies. The inner arch, your heel, don't forget about your heel, the outer side of your foot, underneath the ball of the foot toes. Explore, play. What's your foot like? Remember when you were a baby or you've seen babies and they just look at their feet like, whoa, what is this cool thing? Have that experience, but you're standing. Ooh, what is this cool thing? This is a foot. This is a foot. Remember when my little nephew, when he was just a baby, discovered his toe for the first time, he goes, toe. It was just the most charming thing. That was a long time ago, like 20 years. But it stuck. And then release. Stand on both feet. Notice, how's it different for you? How's one foot different? Can you feel that triangle connection, one side better on the other? Does one side feel lighter, brighter, more grounded, more available, more loving, or something else? Let's roll the other foot out. Just because we have 2 feet, let's love them both. Love them up both. This foot will feel different, possibly. It does for me. It might not for you. It might for you. Ow! I found an owie, but I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna roll into it with love. And say, I'm so glad I found you. I had no idea you needed all that attention. Wow. My owl is telling me wow now. And I know in my little Instagram thing, I mentioned cacao, because why wouldn't I? It rhymes, and I love chocolate. So have fun, play, bring in that sweetness of life. And you know, if you're having one of those days where like life's just not sweet, I don't like it, then have that day. It's the perfect day to have. You know, I'm teaching, I seem all Pollyanna, like, oh, life's always great for me. And you know, it pretty much is, but it's not to say that I don't have ebbs and flows. It's just how I deal with them is so much different, so much more, I don't know, I just love it so much more than I used to 25 years ago when I was taking everything oh so personally and taking myself oh so seriously. Like I had a job and I had to do it really well all the time. I didn't give myself time to play. Play with myself, play with my life, play with my job, and release. Take a moment, stand. Great. All right. Let's take the legs wide. Rotate right foot out, left foot in. Inhale, exhale, bend your front leg. Feel that connection to your triangles in your feet, up into the triangles of your pelvic calves. Stay there, arm over the head. Take a couple breaths now as you expand and condense the pelvic calves into the triangles of your feet. And then inhale up to warrior 2. Exhale, sink deeper, find that space. And then inhale, release into reverse warrior. Take a few breaths. And then warrior 2. And now we'll take dynamically inhale. Exhale to center line. Finding triangles. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior 2, center line. Feel it right up the spine now. We've done a lot with the foundation. Now let's start to feel that rebound effect as I press down with 6 triangles of feet, and it goes right up my spine, up the back of my neck. Inhale. Coming right off the top of my head, maybe even out my eyes, maybe even allowing myself to see and express through my mouth from my foundation. Feel how much more present I feel. Allow this to reflect in your face. And go ahead and take it over into side angle one more time. Inhale, exhale, as you're gonna now roll your top ribs down, right ribs around. Take that back foot off, spin, elbow crosses over into rotated side angle pose. That rolling spine, that tailbone is free. It's not part of your legs, it's part of your spine. Your pelvis is part of your legs. One more breath in. Exhale. And then spin. Use the external rotation of your back leg. Spin that left triangle down. Come back up to side angle pose. Inhale all the way to warrior two. Straighten your leg. Walk the feet together. Take a moment. Stand and just feel. What feels different? How's your pelvic floor? How's your feet? Mentioned last week, can we not adjust our feet? Can we just let our feet be our feet today? Can I just say my feet are perfect and I don't have to fix them? Take the legs wide again. Rotate left foot out, right foot in. Take a moment, find those pelvic triangles, pelvic half triangles into the triangles of your feet. Heel, big toe ball mount, little toe ball mount. Go into warrior two. Just take a moment to find those triangles relating to each other. And then let's take a couple breaths in side angle. Just to find the breath flowing into those energy currents. Find the triangles. And then those of you that have been working with the side pelvic half into the foot triangles for a while, great. You can move onto the front triangle of your pelvic floor into the back triangle of your pelvic floor and how this supports this pose. And then inhale, come up to warrior two. Again, you might be finding that front half triangle, back half triangle, triangles of the feet, and then inhale, reverse warrior. Stay here for a couple of breaths, finding that connection, that depth and breath into those triangles. Coming back to warrior two, find that center line. And now dynamically, inhale. Exhale, feel it rebound up the spine through your fingers. Inhale, feel that sense of space opening. Exhale, bring that back into you. The foundation moving into you. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, back up to warrior two. Find that breath moving into your body, into your center line, into your spine. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two, right up the back. Again, side angle, stay here. Exhale. Inhale, and as you exhale, take that back heel off. So I'm changing the triangular, moving into my right hip, rotating. Adjust myself a little bit for my leg. Rotated side angle here. Adjust whatever you need to adjust for yourself. Breathe now into that space. Space around my kidneys, around my adrenals, my lungs rotating around my central organizing structure that is my heart. Finish the breath you're on and then inhale, unwind yourself, spin that back leg down, come back up to side angle. Inhale back up to warrior two, straighten the leg, walk the feet together, take a moment, stand, feel. All right, one more fun thing. Take the legs wide. Rotate right foot out, left foot in. Inhale, exhale, bend. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale, come all the way out to Ardha Chandrasana. Feel that pelvic half opening up, relating to my back foot. Feel the triangle of my standing leg into the pelvic half of my pelvic floor of my right, gesturing here, and also with a nod to the front triangle and the back triangle. Bend your left knee if you want. Bring your left heel towards your bum. So I'm not stretching into an arch here. I'm just staying nice and long. Release back into side half moon. Hands to the mat for standing splits. Some of your standing split might be here, might be bent legged, you might be on a block here. I'm gonna grab one so I'm ready for the other side. You might be somewhere in here, whatever works. Those of you that are a little bit more bendy here, you can bend that top leg and take your other hand, grab that foot, press your left heel to your bum again. And then release that leg all the way down to the floor. Rotate your front leg out into pigeon. And now take some quiet time, some play time inside of your foundation to remember that you're enough just as you are. I am that I am, and that's enough. Inhale, slowly come up. Some of you may just stay here, decide to go back down. Others of you, if you want to grab and hold that back foot in just a little bit, I'm going to do it this way because I'm facing you. It's also more accessible on this side for me. You can do it the other way, however. Or not do it at all. So be a good time if you're in your kitchen, maybe go get a snack, some cacao, hot chocolate perhaps, to make that, take some of the ow out. And release. Come back up. Down dog. Our friend from earlier today. You're welcome to do a full vinyasa here or just walk your hands and feet together. Let the ow run off your back. Relax your chest towards your thighs. Bend your knees. Actually melt into yourself a bit here. Find that tailbone moving down between your pelvic halves. Inhale, float your arms up from your tailbone. All the way up to standing. And then consciously bring your energy together with your palms. And bring that energy down into your center. Into your heart. Into your guts. Into your front body. Let that move all the way into your back body. So I'm feeling my front body, the presence in my front body. Be supported and support my back body. And release. Let's take the other side. So bend your left leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cascade all the way over. I may need a block on this side. To half moon. Whoop. Feel that triangle in the feet relating to the pelvic halves. So I've got a pelvic half relating to my right foot. I got a pelvic half relating to my left foot. I got a pelvic half relating to my front body. I got a pelvic half relating to my back body. Bend that top leg if you want to. Press your right heel into your right buttock, your right heel into your right sit bone. Kind of create that bone to bone meeting that we've been talking about. energetic a bit now. It's really, hey, can I come to your house? Sure, come on in. And then release. And then hands to that mat or the block for standing splits. This will be mine on this side. Part of me wants to go there so badly. Part of me knows if I do, I'm going to set my healing back months possibly. So I'm just going to stay here, even come out of it a little bit, because that's where I am today. That's taking me out of my now. Go ahead and grab that back foot if you want with your opposite hand. Pressing that knee towards the ceiling. Release that leg back up, slide it back down to the lunge, rotate your leg out and take it over into your pigeon. Play with your breath, play with those triangles, play with that deep creative place. And remember, I am what I am, and that's enough. That's enough right here, right now. Let's stay there a little bit longer if you like, or bring your body up. You can grab that back foot if you want to do that, or not do it. You can tell I've really modified what the textbook version of this pose looks like, because this is my body. And if I were to look like a textbook, that would be a big ow for me. So think about how many times we try to be the textbook version of and then fill in the blank, and how much of an ow that could be for us. Maybe if we just accept and really sink into who we are and be that and live our life from that point of view, maybe it'll be less painful. I'm just saying. And release. I'm not saying it's not going to make waves to all of a sudden start being yourself bigger and bigger, okay? So I get that. And come back up, slide back into down dog. You can take a full vinyasa here if you like, or walk your feet between your hands. Bend your legs already, cascade deep, chest to thighs, go even lower, and actually start to take your sit bones to the floor. And then bring it up into boat pose. Take a moment and feel that sense of space in your pelvic floor. Let's do a little Kapalabhati here. So inhale and exhale, strong exhale out of the nose. And inhale, exhale, and then inhale, roll down, lay back on your back. And put your hands on your belly. And allow your hands to receive the breath of your belly. Feel your hands as healing hands resting on your belly. Not trying to fix or change anything. They're just there. Allow your hands, just their presence alone is enough. And just begin to relax your hands a little bit more. Can you relax your hands just a little bit more? Maybe just a smidge more. You can keep your hands there longer if you like, or move them to another place of your body where they're just going to sit with you. Not try to fix or change anything. I'm just going to be with you, just as you are. And take a deep breath in and release. You can gently wiggle your fingers and toes a little bit to find the edges of your brand new physical, mental, emotional, vibrational body. And if you want to stretch yourself out into nice, like you're waking up from a delicious nap. Slowly roll your head from side to side and then eventually gently roll yourself onto one of your sides into a loose fetal position, giving yourself a chance to really settle and be. And eventually push yourself up into a comfortable seated position for a little bit of pranayama and meditation. And just start by finding the breath that's right for you, not too fast, not too slow, just the right amount of air at just the right tempo. And let that breath be the energy that holds you. It gives you that kiss of the mother. It takes all your pain away. It makes the Owie feel better. You don't have to send the breath anywhere. Just delight in the sensation of it crossing over your nose hairs on the way in and crossing over your nose hairs on the way out. As you allow yourself to bask in the breath that's right for you, can you relax your forehead? Can you relax your eyes a little bit more? Can you feel a sense of your back brain softening, receiving all the work of your front, holding you? Can you feel that sense of relaxation dripping down your throat? Moving down into your chest. Relaxing the middle of your chest. Relaxing the space around your lungs. Relaxing your thoracic or your lung diaphragm. So the breath just flows a little bit easier. Just the breath that's right for you. Moving down, relaxing your internal organs. Your liver, your pancreas, your spleen. You don't have to know where they are. They know where they are. They know that they're being acknowledged. Your stomach, gallbladder, small intestine, large intestine, kidneys, ovaries, uterus, bladder, all the way down into your rectum, pelvic floor. Sitting at the base of our pelvic floor where our rectum is. Give ourselves a break here and stop talking shit about our foundation. You're here, right now. And that's enough. And say yes to who you are. Say yes to the foundational being that you are. Your essence got you here, and it will continue with you every moment of every day, no matter what. Feel all the parts of you that need to perform well, that need to be somebody else. Just relax for a moment as you literally stand on your own 2 feet as yourself without apology. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, release chin to chest to seal your practices. Go ahead and rub your palms together. You can rub over your head, eyes, breathe into your eyes, stroke your throat, rub your heart, rub your arms, give yourself a hug. Just love yourself. And then rub your belly, your legs, come back into yourself in this physical world and just be you freely without apology. And see if that takes a little of the ow away from the now. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, it's my honor and privilege to share this time together, these teachings. Namaste.
Thank you so much.